you would like to learn how to play "Oh Come to the Altar" on the piano, then stick around because this tutorial is just for you.
I'm gonna love you unconditionally. Take your pain, take your burdens. When you're hurting, you can place it on me.
Hey guys, it's Dylan Laine, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play "Oh Come to the Altar" on the piano. If you're new here and you're interested in growing as a musician or a songwriter, then definitely subscribe because I post tons of tutorials for piano, guitar, ukulele, and songwriting, and I also post covers and original songs. Before we get started, I've made you a song sheet to go along with this tutorial. The song sheet will have the lyrics for "Oh Come to the Altar." It will also have the chords that I'm about to teach you, as well as the chord pattern written out so that you can have it right in front of you while you practice. In addition to all of that, it will have pictures of my hands on each chord just in case you forget where your fingers go. I'll post a link to that song sheet in the description box down below. For "Oh Come to the Altar," you'll need to know 5 chords: C, A minor, G, E minor, and D. In my version of "Oh Come to the Altar," I also play a C minor, which looks like this. If you prefer, you can stick with the C instead of C minor. Now, if you haven't already seen it, I do have a cover of this song posted where I'm playing piano, guitar, ukulele, and singing. So once you get the hang of practicing this song with this tutorial, then you can go check out my cover and play along with it. In my cover of "Oh Come to the Altar," you'll notice that I'm doing several piano patterns. The patterns range from beginners to advanced. In this tutorial, I'm going to stick with teaching you the beginner patterns. However, I will give you a very quick rundown of the advanced ones just in case you're interested in learning them. I'm going to count "Oh Come to the Altar" in 3/4 time. This means that the feel of the song is counted in threes, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. With that in mind, our first pattern we're going to play is blocked chords. For the blocked chord, you're going to take your left hand, finger 5 and finger 1, and you're going to place it on the first note of the chord and the 5th note of the chord. So let's start with G. For G, your left hand will play G and D. Your right hand is going to play the G triad, which is G, B, and D. So we'll place all of these notes down on beat 1. Then we'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Then the next time around, we're going to play just the right hand on beat 1. 1, 2, 3. So it'll sound like this all together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we'll switch chords to C. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll repeat that pattern throughout the entire verse 1 and verse 2, as well as half of the bridge. The second pattern we're going to learn will be the pattern we play in the chorus. I would call this pattern an intermediate pattern, so it's not super simple, but it's not super hard as long as you practice it. For the chorus pattern, you're still going to be playing the 1st and the 5th note of each chord, but then you're also going to take your thumb and reach up to the 1st note again, but higher. So as you can see, we have G, D, and then G again. Then you're going to take your right hand, finger 3, and you're going to place it on the B above G. So we're going back to the 3rd note of the chord. 1, 2, 3. Then once we get here, we're going to go back down. So it'll sound like this. Then we'll use that same pattern on the next chord, which will be A minor. So we'll move up to A minor. So again, I'm playing the 1st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th, and then again, the 1st note of the chord, but higher. We call that an octave. And an octave higher means that if I'm playing an A, then an octave up would be the very next A up. 2 octaves up would be 2 A's up. And an octave down would mean the next A down. Our next chord will be E minor, so we'll play the 1st note, the 5th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to E up here. Then we'll play the 3rd note of the chord with our right hand, then go back down, and so on on throughout the entire chorus. Okay, now that we know which chords we're going to play and which patterns we're going to play, I'm going to go ahead and put the chord progression or the chord order up on the screen so that you can play along with me. We'll go through each section of the song, first without singing and then with singing, so that way you can get used to the chords and the patterns before trying to sing while playing. So verse 1, G, C, G, C, E minor, C. Then we'll repeat that all over again. G, C, G, C, E minor, C. All right, now let's add the lyrics. Are you hurting and broken within? Overwhelmed by the weight of your sin? Jesus is calling. Have you come to the end of yourself? Do you thirst for a drink from the well? Jesus is calling. Now, if you're wondering, when do I switch chords, or when do I know what chord to play with what word that I'm singing? Well, the easiest solution to that is to have a song sheet so that you can see each chord above each lyric and know when to play it. However, if you're not interested in downloading the song sheet at this time, then you can just pay attention to the chord progression on the string, as well as my hands and when I'm switching the chords with which word that I'm singing. Let's move on to the chorus. So for the chorus, we'll have a new chord progression, and we'll also switch over to our new piano pattern, starting with G, A minor, E minor, C, G, A minor, E minor, D, C, E minor, D, C, E minor, D. Adding the lyrics. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. If you're wondering why I'm singing the song just a little bit differently, it's because I did enjoy creating my own version of this song. Of course, if you prefer to sing it the original way, you should definitely do so. Real quick, I'm going to show you the advanced pattern that I do on the chorus of this song, just in case you're interested in learning it. Now, I don't implement this advanced piano pattern until the word Christ in the chorus. It looks something like this. Christ. Here it is without me singing so that you can pay more attention to the piano. Now I'll play it a bit slower. Honestly, this isn't the kind of pattern that I could just put in words. I think it'd be better written out on a piano staff. Moving on to verse 2. Verse 2 is going to be identical to verse 1 with the chords we play as well as the piano pattern that we play. Because of that, let's jump straight into the part where we play and sing. Leave behind your regrets and mistakes. Come today, there's no reason to to the bridge, we have a new chord progression. We're going to start on the G chord, and we're also going to return to our verse piano pattern for the first half of the bridge, and then we'll switch back over to our chorus pattern for the second half of the bridge to help it build. G. G again. C. Now you can either play C again or you can go to C minor. G. Then we're going to do that whole thing over again. G. G again. C. C again or C minor. Back to G. Adding the lyrics. Oh, what a Savior, isn't He wonderful? Sing hallelujah, Christ is risen. Bow down before Him, for He is Lord of all. Sing hallelujah, Christ is risen. Oh, what a... Then we're going to go into the chorus pattern. So G. G again. C. C minor. G. Repeat. G. G. C. C minor. G. Adding the lyrics. Oh, what a Savior, isn't He wonderful? Sing hallelujah, Christ is risen. Bow down before Him, for He is Lord of all. Sing hallelujah, Christ is risen. Now we go back to the chorus for a third time, and this time, if you want, you can just play single chords. Oh, come to the altar, the Father's arms are open wide. Then you can go back into your chorus pattern. Oh, come to the altar, the Father's arms are open. Once you finish that chorus, you could then repeat the chorus if you'd like, or you can finish the song. If you would like to grow as a musician or a songwriter, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. And again, I'll post links to the song sheets down below, so that way you can have the lyrics, the chords, pictures of your hands on the chords, as well as the written out piano patterns directly in front of you. Until next time, remember to play, write, and spread the light.
Joy comes for free, oh, it's living inside of me, dancing through my